DMV back with another one. You know what I'm saying? I watched the games last night. I watched the Philadelphia Eagles defeat the New York Giants and what seemed like a lackluster performance from the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll touch on that a little bit later. We also watched the Baltimore Ravens really dominate the San Francisco 49ers. And what showed what can happen when you actually draft real players. But again, that's something we'll talk about more so in the offseason. But today, what I really want to talk about is the NFC playoff picture, really. The Detroit Lions handled business against the Minnesota Vikings at home on Christmas Eve. We did not handle business against the Miami Dolphins. And as you look at the picture right now, it's really a four-team race. But if we're looking at it, two teams really control their own destiny as far as being able to wrap up the one and two seeds, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. No matter how we want to look at it, how much we want to laugh at it, Cowboys Nation, it's not going to make our situation better. We've choked 2 weeks in a row. We've had opportunities to go out and take home field advantage because we know we can't play on the road. We know we can't play on the road, and we've squandered it both times. You know what I'm saying? So have your laughs. I won't laugh because I know what we've looked like. I know what we're putting on tape. I know what we're putting out there. I'm not going to be that positive feel good person at the time that you need it. I'm going to be that person that puts the foot in your ass. I'm going to be the person that's going to tell you that I'm not going to be a yes man. I'm not going to sit here and give you blind faith. That's one thing that I won't do, right? So I look at my notes, right? And here's what it says. San Francisco lost. So what? They whooped us. They whooped us at their house, right? As things stands today, we would have to go back to their house if we were to get to that point. That's nothing to laugh at. Let's look at it. Philadelphia is in position, playing bad football. They're in position. They're right ahead of you right now. Philadelphia is in position to have home field. Last time we went there, we lost. That's nothing to laugh at, right? So we look at that. We look at San Francisco has lost. We look at Philadelphia has lost. Oh, sorry, Philadelphia won. Sorry. We look at that, and we lost 2 weeks in a row. What's there to laugh at? I know that you guys didn't want Brock Purdy to win MVP. I know you were tired of hearing the talk. You were tired of Christian McCaffrey. I know that it's funny to look at Philadelphia struggle, but at the end of the day, we're in a position where we have to go on the road, and we suck on the road. Let's just keep it a buck. And I hope that the players are watching. I hope that you guys drop your nuts and learn how to play on the road because that's a real thing. I watched the Baltimore Ravens and I'm jealous. I'm jealous because they do two things well, right? They do two things well, and this is why they beat San Francisco. They're a disciplined football team. You have to be disciplined on defensive end. We play a lot of hero ball. We got a lot of softies on the defensive side that don't want to take on contact. That's what we have. We have holes on our defense, right? The smoke and mirrors ass defense. That's what we got. Keeping it a buck. It's hard for me to turn it off. It's hard for me not to be me. And I'm hoping the players see this, and I hope that they go do something about it. Go drop your nuts if you want to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Go do something about it. Don't chirp to me. Go chirp with your pads. Go chirp with your pads if you want to go do something about it. Prove me wrong. Prove everybody wrong. Look, these are things that I tell my players. You know what I'm saying? This is you do this, and this. You have every opportunity to change it. You have every opportunity to change it. Go prove me wrong. Dallas defense, you got to prove me wrong. Mike McCarthy, you got to prove me wrong with your play call. You know what I'm saying? It's not so funny now, right? It's not funny. It's not funny because we have business to handle. Those guys handling business or not handling business have nothing to do with what we do. We have to handle business as a team. So it's actually funny because I started multiple businesses before. Some of them failed. Some of them, during the pandemic, things happen the way that they happen, right? So I look at a lot of audios. I look at a lot of, I listen to a lot of motivational speakers. And One thing that they share in common is the phrase "faith without works is dead." Right. So I know that there were people that want to call me fair weather, that want to say that what I have to say is fair weather. No, it's not that at all. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to do content. I'm going to continue to do my work. I'm going to continue to do the work that I've continued to do, quality wise, quality over quantity. I'm going to continue to do that, right? Because I love this team, because I want this team to succeed. I'm going to continue to do those things. If that ain't loyal, I don't know what is. The most loyalty you can have is somebody to put their foot in your ass when you need somebody to put a foot in your ass, and that's what this team needs right now. That's what they need right now. They need a foot in their ass. They don't need you to tell them how great they are. They need to go out there and prove it, right? Faith without works is dead. So my blind faith passes right now, they're gone. I no longer am going to believe something with this team that I haven't seen. Because time and time again, their mouth will write checks that they can't cash. Time and time again, this team right now has every opportunity. I'm going to say it again. They have every opportunity to prove everybody wrong. And if that ain't enough to drive you, then go play somewhere else. Because with that star on the helmet, you're gonna always have that. You're gonna have that every day that you play with that star on your helmet. So if you ain't used to that by now, I don't know what is. So what we have coming up is we have Jimmy Johnson Day coming up, right? And we all know the curse behind that. We know that there's a curse. My guy Big O said there ain't a curse. Well, hey, you got to worry about your Philadelphia Eagles, though. Y'all playing pretty bad right now. But besides the point, there is something to say about the last real head coach that really ran things. You know what I'm saying? Who really ran the player personnel, who didn't have his legs cut up underneath him, because that is a thing. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Jones, that is a thing where you cut your coach's legs from under him. Jimmy Johnson was able to build that thing from top to bottom with Jerry aiding him, not being alone, not being every step of the way, but aiding him. We have an opportunity to celebrate Jimmy Johnson this week, and I'm hoping that Cowboys players are watching this. You have the opportunity to celebrate greatness, and then you have the opportunity to go out there and get your own greatness. So let's hope that this team can embrace this moment, can do a little bit of searching in the history books of what it took back then to get to where you're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? If you're around Jimmy Johnson, soak up that information, soak up those stories, right? Let that be in your spirit. Let those things, you know what I'm saying, be a part of what makes you as a player moving forward. We have the opportunity now to celebrate Jimmy Johnson, go out there and handle business at home, and then we'll see where it leads us, right? Because Philadelphia lost three in a row, one yesterday, and now at least the second seed right now, if they handle business, falls in their lap. The NFC is up for grabs, guys. It's up for grabs, and it appears that nobody really wants it. But if you handle business, if you go out there and handle what's in front of you, either you go into the playoffs on your strong foot, as they may say. You know what I'm saying? You go into the playoffs on a good note. It's a win-win. Either you get home field or you don't. But make sure that you got all of the kinks worked out. You go into the playoffs ready to deliver at a high level, at a high clip. That's what this week is about. And then we'll worry about next week when we get there. I've been preaching that for however long, since the San Francisco game, week by week. But where we are right now, we have to handle business. We have to know that we can handle business. I appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. Hey, I got to work today. I got to get back to work. But I'm hoping that this morning video can offer the team and you the inspiration that we need. We don't need to worry about anybody else. We don't need to worry about Brock Purdy throwing 4 interceptions. We don't need to worry about the Eagles in a dogfight. We don't got to worry about the Detroit Lions barely beating the Minnesota Vikings. At this moment, we have to handle what is in front of us. What's not in front of us, stop crying about the referees. It ain't gonna happen. Play through it. The teams before you have had to play through it. It is what it is. You play with that star on your helmet. You play with that chip on your shoulder, or you have to play with that chip on your shoulder. Worry about what's in front of you. All right, whether that's the next play or the next game, or you know what I'm saying, what your next meal is. Handle what's in front of you, and hopefully that inspirational message can go to the fans out here that are watching with your regular life. Handle what's in front of you. Don't worry about the outside noise. Be like a horse in a race, blinders, and you see your goal and you go get it. Faith without works is dead. I appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. I'm out. Peace.